Hey guys, Sethly here, back with another Apex Legends video. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now in today's video, we're going to be going over the Season 4 update patch notes. I am super hyped for this. They've been building up so much hype with the trailers, the teases, all that type of stuff. So I cannot wait to hop in game and check out all the new changes. But before we get into that, if you guys do enjoy this video and are hyped for Season 4, make sure to hit that like button and let's get right into the patch notes. So they start off with the new Battle Pass. They say over 100 exclusive items, including legendary skins, Apex packs, loading screens, music packs, and more. Check out everything in the Season Battle Pass. So you guys can go in game, get that Battle Pass, same as every other Battle Pass, just with different skins and rewards for 950 Apex coins. But now onto the new legend Revenant. Consumed by hate and obsessed with revenge, Revenant uses unnatural abilities to haunt his enemies and defy death. So his passive is called Stalker. You can crouch walk faster and can climb higher up walls. His tactical is called Silence. You throw a device that deals damage and disables enemies' abilities for 10 seconds. His ultimate is called Death Totem. You drop a totem that protects users from death. Instead of getting killed or downed, you will return to the totem with 1 health. They also have another type of ability for Revenant. It is the type of like secondary passive that certain people have, like Caustic has Fortified and same with Gibraltar, but this time Revenant has low profile, which makes Revenant take 5% more damage than every other legend. But now onto the new weapon, the Sentinel sniper rifle. So the Sentinel is a bolt action sniper rifle, effective at medium to long range. If a player presses the fire select with a shield battery equipped, the Sentinel will consume the shield battery from your inventory and temporarily enters an energized state. While energized, the Sentinel fires projectiles that deal massive damage to shields. The projectiles use different VFX trails, and there is a unique energized firing sound, so all nearby players know that the Sentinel is firing these higher damage projectiles. The Sentinel has a limited amount of energy that decays slowly over time and loses a big chunk of juice for each shot. Once the energy runs out, the energized state ends. And they also made a huge update to the map. They added the Planet Harvester. Capital City is split in 2. They also added updrafts. If you jump into the fissure that cuts through Capital City, you'll slowly be carried back from the heat, pressurized air, and allowed to coast across and land on the other side. This is balanced by 2 things. First, you take 25 damage from the intense heat and embers floating inside. This is a consistent amount of damage every time you drop back down. And second, you travel very slowly in third person while moving in the updraft. So that is pretty cool. You can cross each different side. There is Fragment East and Fragment West, which used to be Capital City. They also added Survey Camp, a new small POI in the snowy fields between Epicenter and Skyhook. And they also added weapon racks, which is pretty interesting. So these are guaranteed weapons placed on racks in the small buildings of Survey Camp. You'll recognize them from training or firing range. This should give players who prioritize a good weapon over a premier drop location a new decision to make. So that is pretty interesting. Now they also did talk about ranked Series 3, but I already covered all of that stuff in a previous video, so definitely go check that out if you haven't seen it already. Basically, these are the few things that they are changing. What you need to know about ranked Series 3, they're moving to splits per season. This is 6 weeks of ranked play before a reset, so there are 2 per season. First one is on World's Edge, second one is on King's Canyon. They also added a master tier, which is what Apex Predator used to be at 10,000 RP, and they also made it so Apex Predator is one above that master tier. So only Apex Predators are the top 500 players, only the top 500 players, and you can de-rank back down to that master tier if you lose your top 500 spot, and this is per platform. They also are adding a soft reset, and scoring are the same, but soft reset is every split. And you also are able to get your dive trails now. If you guys did get a rank last season, you do have your dive trails and your ranked rewards, which is pretty cool. But now onto the loot. So they added a new loot. They added the sniper ammo. So you have 10 shots per pickup, and all snipers now now take new ammo type: the Sentinel, the longbow DMR, the triple take, and the charge rifle. But the charge rifle now uses 1 sniper ammo per shot, and the magazine holds 4 shots. They made a new attachment called extended magazine for sniper ammo, which is pretty interesting. So all snipers now use this new type of ammo, including the Sentinel, and there's a new attachment for extended magazines for sniper ammo. Now onto energy ammo. So energy ammo now gives 30 ammo per pickup instead of 20. And now that there are only 2 energy ammo weapons in Apex, they needed to up the ammo per brick to keep energy ammo from being too scarce, which definitely does make sense. But they also did have some removed loot. The following items have been removed from the game. Now this is including the turbocharger hop-up, which is pretty insane, as well as the extended mags for energy ammo, which was already changed in the previous patch on accident, but this is actually still part of these patch notes. But they did remove that turbocharger, which is pretty crazy. Now onto the gold backpack. They made a UI update to better convey to the player when they are using or being revived with the perk, which is pretty interesting. Now onto weapons. So they wanted to shift up what weapons are the strongest. Also, they're aiming to reduce the power of some weapons that seem too strong and give a little boost to some weapons that haven't been performing as well as they would like. They also made an update to iron sight's accuracy. So Apex guns move around subtly while aiming down sights. They rotate and sway as you move your aim. They bob up and down and side to side while moving, etc. We have a special technique that makes sure the reticle on the optic stays centered even as the gun moves around a bit. However, until Season 4, the iron sights on weapons didn't have this tech. That meant that the iron sights reticles could move around with the weapon and actually be slightly inaccurate. They wouldn't point at the screen center where the next shot would fire. With Season 4, we have updated most of the weapon's iron sights to properly stay centered now. Not all iron sights are upgraded yet, but we will be updating the remaining weapons as the season progresses. The weapons that will be updated for Season 4 are the longbow, the triple take, the charge rifle, the Sentinel, the Havoc, the 301, the flatline, the Spitfire, the 99, the alternator, the Mozambique, Mastiff, RE45, and Wingman. So there are a few that are missing out there, but I'm sure they will make those updates throughout Season 4. But now onto the G7 Scout. So they moved the G7 Scout from the sniper to the assault rifle class. Now only accepts AR optics and attachments, including barrel stabilizers and stock. Still accepts the double tap hop up, which is pretty cool. It also contributes to progress for stats, challenges for ARs moving forward instead of snipers. They reduced the rate of fire from 4.5 to 4. They're increasing the time between shots for double tap from 0.425 to 0.475, and they fixed a bug where the G7 had 0 ADS air spread, making it the only gun that was perfectly accurate on ziplines, etc. Now onto the L-Star. So the L-Star is no longer a crate weapon and can now be found around the map. It uses energy ammo, and reloading has been removed, and the L-Star will overheat after sustained fire, so best to fire in short bursts to manage overheating and recoil. So you actually can't reload at all with the L-Star now. They reduced the damage per shot from 19 to 18, and the rate of fire was decreased from 12 to 10. There is less horizontal view kick when the weapon does fire though, so I'm not too sure if this is a buff or a nerf. It is now no longer a legendary weapon, so I would say this is kind of a buff, but not in the sense of damage or anything like that. But now on to the devotion. They removed it from the normal loot pool and it is now a crate weapon, which is absolutely insane. So the devotion is now a legendary weapon. The magazine size is 54 and the total ammo stock is 162. But it also has the turbocharger functionality, so it instantly shoots even though the turbocharger is no longer in the game. Now onto the Havoc. So the Havoc no longer accepts the turbocharger, obviously since it's not in the game, but it still can use select fire. But they did decrease the time between shots when using the select fire hop up from 0.77 to 0.56. And now onto the R99. They reduced the damage per shot on the R99 from 12 to 11. They also increased magazine size for the first 3 tiers. Base is now 20 instead of 18. Common is now 22 instead of 20. Rare is now 24 instead of 23. And Epic is still 27 for 27 on the ammo, which is pretty interesting. They did kind of nerf the R99 with damage, but they increased the ammo magazines can hold. I'd say that kind of evens out, but it is overall a little bit of a nerf since they did keep the same amount of ammo in the epic mag, so it is kind of a nerf. You're not going to be able to do as much as damage, but it really isn't a huge difference. So they did also make some changes to the Prowler. They increased the damage per shot from 14 to 15, which is a good buff. They made some changes to the Hemlock. They increased single shot fire rate from 5.6 to 6.4. So the fire rate on that single shot Hemlock is a lot faster now, but they also did make some changes to the Wingman, but they just adjusted the magazine sizes. Now, instead of the base magazine being 4 ammo, it is now 5. The common is still 6. The rare is now 7 instead of 8. And the epic is now 8 instead of 10. So a bit of a nerf for the Wingman. Overall, magazines kind of hold a little bit less, especially with rare and epic. Now onto the EVA 8. So double tap hop up, reduce the delay between bursts from 0.85 to 0.8. So that is a little bit of a buff for the EVA 8 with the double tap. Now onto the Mastiff. They fixed an exploit that players discovered and reported where you could frequently or rapidly fire the Mastiff as super fast, so they did fix that exploit. They also made some changes to the gold weapons, so the following set will be the new set of gold weapons for Season 4, meaning they will be around the map with fully equipped attachments, so it will be a gold gun. So the new ones are the Havoc, the P2020, the Sentinel, the Prowler, and the R301. They also made a change for Bloodhound and some of the legends. First off, Bloodhound, now when you down a player, it adds 5 seconds to the Beast of the Hunt timer. It is possible to exceed starting time with successive kills. And for Crypto, his EMP no longer destroys friendly Gibraltar Dome shields, and the Dome shields no longer can destroy Crypto's drone. They also made some bug fixes, I'll show those on screen. They also made a few quality of life changes, I'll show those on screen as well. And now they also nerfed the roller that falls from the loot drone. They made it so it doesn't do as much damage, they decreased the radius of the splash damage, and they updated the visual FX to the explosion for better visibility. Now onto the one last really important thing, which is where they talk about the matchmaking update. They say with this patch we'll be pushing out changes globally to matchmaking that they've been testing in specific regions. They say we're well aware that this has been a contentious topic among players and there's been some misinformation out there. So just to be clear, skill-based matchmaking has existed in Apex since launch and will be continuing to improve it over time. So it looks like, as they clearly stated, skill-based has always been in Apex, which I've known that, but they did push out some changes to it with this update, which is pretty nice, but it doesn't seem like it is going to be going anywhere. So that's all of the patch notes. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out a ton. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell for daily Apex Legends videos. Also, make sure to comment down below what you guys think about Season 4 so far if you guys have played. But it's been your boy Sethly, and I'm out.